The universe is filled with mysterious objects that we know so little about. These objects are not only mysterious to us, but they can also be extremely dangerous. One of the most terrifying objects in the universe is a black hole. They're like cosmic vacuum cleaners that suck up anything that comes too close. And what happens when two of these objects collide? Let's find out in today's video. Black holes are one of the scariest things in the universe. Even if you have no idea what a black hole is, you can probably guess that it's something terrifying just by the name alone. They're basically a region in space where gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape its pull. This means that if you were to get too close to a black hole, you would be pulled in and then be completely obliterated. And while this may sound like something out of a horror movie, it's actually a very real phenomenon that has been observed by scientists. For example, in 2019, astronomers captured the first ever image of a black hole. The image was taken by the Event Horizon Telescope and shows a black hole located in the center of the Messier 87 galaxy. The black hole is around 55 million light-years away from Earth, but despite the distance, the team was still able to capture an incredibly detailed image. This is just one example of the many black holes that have been discovered in our universe. And as technology continues to improve, we're likely to find even more of these mysterious objects. There are all sorts of different types of black holes, but they all share one commonality: their gravity is incredibly strong. The gravity of a black hole depends on its mass and how far away it is from other objects. The closer a black hole is to another object, the stronger its gravitational pull will be. If an object gets too close to a black hole, it will eventually be pulled in and destroyed. This process is known as crossing the event horizon. Once an object crosses the event horizon, there's no turning back. It's pulled towards the center of the black hole and is eventually crushed. This crushing force is what destroys the object and turns it into what's known as singularity. At the center of every black hole is a singularity, a region of space where matter is compressed into an infinitely small point. The gravity at the singularity is so strong that not even light can escape its pull. While black holes may seem like relatively new discoveries, they've actually been theorized for centuries. In fact, the first person to hypothesize the existence of black holes was the English natural philosopher John Michell in 1783. He proposed that there could be dark stars, objects so massive that not even light could escape their gravitational pull. However, it wasn't until 1915 that Albert Einstein's theory of general relativity provided the mathematical framework for understanding black holes. According to Einstein's theory, black holes form when massive stars collapse in on themselves. This forms a region of space with such strong gravity that nothing can escape it. In 1971, black holes were officially accepted as part of mainstream physics. Since then, astronomers have discovered thousands of black holes throughout our galaxy. Most of these black holes are found in the centers of galaxies, where they play an important role in the formation of stars and planets. But some black holes wander the galaxy, searching for new worlds to consume. These black holes are known as rogue black holes. And while they make up less than 1% of all black holes, they pose a serious threat to any civilizations that get in their way. Rogue black holes are incredibly difficult to detect since they don't emit any light. This makes it hard to know if or when one might pass by your planet. If a rogue black hole did pass by Earth, however, it would spell disaster for humanity. As it passed, the black hole's gravity would disrupt the balance of our solar system, sending planets and other objects hurtling through space. Eventually, Earth would be pulled into the black hole and destroyed. Fortunately, astronomers are constantly scanning the skies for rogue black holes, and so far none have been found anywhere near our solar system. However, that doesn't mean that we're safe. There are thought to be millions of rogue black holes in our galaxy, and it's only a matter of time before one passes by Earth. Black holes are fascinating objects that continue to baffle astronomers. Despite the fact that they can't be seen directly, their presence can be felt through their gravitational effects on nearby matter. While black holes may seem like scary monsters that lurk in the darkness of space, they're actually essential for the formation of stars and planets. So next time you look up into the night sky, remember that there may be a black hole nearby helping to create the very stars that you see. Now let's move on to what happens when two black holes collide. The collision of two black holes is a truly awe-inspiring sight that would be both beautiful and terrifying to behold. Here's a breakdown of what happens when two black holes collide. As the two black holes approach each other, they would begin to orbit one another much like planets orbit a star. However, as they get closer and closer together, the gravitational forces between them become stronger and stronger. Eventually, the gravitational forces would become so strong that the black holes would start to merge. As the black holes merge, they would emit a tremendous amount of energy in the form of gravitational waves. These gravitational waves would ripple outward from the point of collision and travel at the speed of light. As the black holes get closer and closer together during the merging process, they would also start to spin faster and faster. This would cause the event horizons of the two black holes to start overlapping. Eventually, the event horizons would completely merge and a new larger black hole would form. The new black hole would have a larger event horizon than either of the original black holes, and it would also be spinning faster. As the new black hole continued to spin, it would emit a large amount of energy in the form of light and heat. This would create an intense bright light show that would be visible from almost anywhere in the universe. The light show would last for billions of years as the black hole slowly released its energy. So what would happen if you were near a colliding black hole? If you were close enough to the colliding black holes, you would be pulled in and crushed by the immense gravity. You wouldn't even have time to see the light show because you would be long dead by then. However, if you were far enough away, you would witness an amazing sight. You would see two black holes merging to form a new black hole, and you would see the new black hole emitting a tremendous amount of light and energy. It would be a truly awe-inspiring sight that would make you feel very small. So what would happen to the universe if two supermassive black holes collided? The collision of two supermassive black holes would be a truly cataclysmic event that would have far-reaching implications for the universe. Here's a breakdown of what would happen. As the two supermassive black holes approached each other, they would begin to orbit one another. This would cause the fabric of space-time to be distorted and stretched. The intense gravitational forces between the two black holes would also cause matter to be drawn in from all around them. This would form a swirling disk of hot gas and dust around the black holes. As the black holes continued to orbit each other, the gravitational forces would become even stronger. Eventually, the black holes would merge to form a single larger black hole. During the merging process, the energy released would be so great that it would cause a huge explosion. This explosion would release more energy than a supernova and would be visible from billions of light years away. The new supermassive black hole would be massive and would have an incredibly strong gravitational pull. This would cause even more matter to be drawn in from all around it. The matter would form a huge accretion disk around the black hole and would emit an enormous amount of energy. The collision of two supermassive black holes would also cause gravitational waves to be emitted. These gravitational waves would travel at the speed of light and would carry a tremendous amount of energy. The gravitational waves would eventually reach Earth and would be detected by scientists. This would be a major scientific discovery as it would provide more evidence for Einstein's theory of general relativity. Overall, the collision of two supermassive black holes would be a truly catastrophic event that would have far-reaching implications for the universe. It would result in the formation of a new supermassive black hole, a huge explosion, and the emission of tremendous amounts of energy and gravitational waves. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already so that you never miss an upload from us. See you next time.